Konoha Chronicles, Naruto's diary exposes secrets and attracts Kunoichi. Episode 51, Tsunade G? Welfare G. Looking at the fat and white pet bear on the table, Uzumaki Naruto felt a surge of blood. As expected of Tsunade. Powerful. Too strong. That amazing elasticity, coupled with fair and smooth skin. Looking at the entire ninja world, I'm afraid there's no one who can fight, right? This teacher, today he is determined, even Jesus can't stop it. Teacher, you are in rice layer. Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking and ran out in a hurry. What the hell, isn't it just a few million taels of apprenticeship fees? Compared with Tsunade, what kind of? This is Tsunade. Snort. Kid, you still have some sense. Seeing Uzumaki Naruto's excited look, Tsunade had a triumphant smile on his face. When Uzumaki Naruto's teacher, you can not only get money, but also get rewards in the diary. Maybe, you can also understand what will happen to you in the future. And myself, it's just that that kid took advantage of me. Such a good thing, you can't find it even with a lantern. Not long after, the door opened again. Uzumaki Naruto walked in carrying 2 boxes. Tsunade-sensei, here are 3 million taels. Just think of it as my apprenticeship fee. Uzumaki Naruto placed the boxes on the table and opened them all. Stacks of banknotes lay neatly inside the box. Not bad, very satisfied. Tsunade put the box away with a smile and placed it at his feet. 3 million taels. She hadn't seen so much money in a long time. With so much capital, she must win back everything she lost before, including the principal and profits. Tsunade felt full of fighting spirit. After putting away the box, Tsunade turned his attention to Uzumaki Naruto again. Kid, I, 613, have another question. Where did you get all that money? Broken. Hearing Tsunade's words, Uzumaki Naruto was shocked. How could you forget this? On the surface, he was just an orphan who had no father or mother and had just been a genin for a year. 3 million taels is not a small number. Taking out so much money at once is indeed a bit unjustifiable. To be honest, the teacher won't tell anyone. Tsunade looked at Uzumaki Naruto's silence, walked up to Uzumaki Naruto, and patted the other person's shoulder softly. Actually, the money was given to me by a businessman named Kato. During that mission, Kato caused a lot of trouble for our team. I couldn't get angry at night, so I went to see him secretly. I originally wanted to scare him, but he just gave me 10 million. He also said that if he didn't accept him, he would jump into the sea and commit suicide. I had no choice but to accept it. Seeing that he couldn't get through it, Uzumaki Naruto had to make up a temporary excuse. Kid, do you know that what you did seriously violated the ninja's discipline? Tsunade stood up and snorted. Yeah? I do not know then. I never learned these theoretical things. Uzumaki Naruto had a carefree expression on his face. If you admit it, you knowingly commit the crime. He's not that stupid. Seeing Tsunade still staring at him, Uzumaki Naruto snorted. If it really violates ninja discipline, then I will take the money back. Mr. Tsunade, please return the apprenticeship fee to me. With Tsunade's character, is there any reason to return the money he received? He doesn't believe it. Tsunade will abide by those messy ninja rules. Alas. I didn't ask you to give the money back either. Let's do this, we will share the money equally, and the teacher will ensure that you are safe in the future. Tsunade leaned close to Uzumaki Naruto's ear with a smile on her face. Although she knew that Uzumaki Naruto was not telling the truth, the money was enough for her to spend. Pushing too hard, if this kid notices something, the loss outweighs the gain. Although the diary did not specify what punishment Uzumaki Naruto would receive if he discovered the existence of the diary, Tsunade also had a rough guess. Maybe, after Uzumaki Naruto learned of the existence of the copy of the diary will all disappear. But I just gave you 3 million. Uzumaki Naruto pretended to be embarrassed and spoke. Although he didn't mind giving Tsunade an extra 2 million taels, the drama still had to be played. Otherwise, Tsunade must have suspected he had more money. After hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, a scheming smile appeared on his face. Kid, you have so much money now, and you have nowhere to spend it, right? Just think that the teacher will keep it for you first, and then when you grow up, I will give it all back to you. After Tsunade finished speaking, he reached out and pulled Uzumaki Naruto into his arms. Uzumaki Naruto only felt that his vision went dark, a scent filled his nostrils, and then he couldn't see anything anymore. Humph, still can't control you? Tsunade smiled proudly. As for the figure, she is so confident. After giving this kid such a big advantage, is the other party embarrassed to argue with me? Feeling that time was almost up, Tsunade released Uzumaki Naruto. But, when she saw Uzumaki Naruto's appearance, Tsunade's pupil shrank suddenly. Immediately afterwards, his whole body began to tremble. Boom! With a muffled sound, Tsunade sat down on the ground. Blood. Bleeding. Tsunade, who was originally very proud, now became dull-eyed. He kept mumbling to himself, and his whole body lost strength. I was almost suffocated to death. Holy shit, a nosebleed? Uzumaki Naruto had just come back from his happiness when he saw Tsunade sitting on the ground shaking. He then understood what was happening. Tsunade's hemophobia is over. Teacher, don't be afraid, I just have a nosebleed. Uzumaki Naruto stepped forward and supported Tsunade. But now, Tsunade seems to have fallen into a daze, turning a deaf ear to the outside world. Seeing this scene, a smirk appeared on Uzumaki Naruto's face. He helped Tsunade up from the ground, put his arms around his shoulders, and placed him on the bed. Teacher, you are also covered in blood. Let me clean it up for you. Uzumaki Naruto said, raised his hand, and began to rub Tsunade's body. It feels so good in the hand. Uzumaki Naruto only felt that his body was extremely hot, and he quickly raised his head in fear. No, I feel like I'm going to have a nosebleed again. Where is Tsunade Heim? This one is welfare G. Tsunade-sama, I'll get it. Shizen rushed in from outside happily. She was also planning to go to the mission hall, to take on a mission, to earn some living expenses. Unexpectedly, Tsunade asked Katsuyu to inform her that she had obtained several million taels, and asked her to take it away and plan their future expenses. This made Shizen almost jump up on the spot with joy. After following Tsunade for so many years, she had never fought such a rich battle. But, I just ran in with my dolphin in my arms. Shizen saw Tsunade lying on the bed and Uzumaki Naruto, who was about to take his hands away from Tsunade. Seeing this scene, Shizen was stunned for a moment, and then slowly exited the room. She seemed to know where Tsunade got his money. Woohoo, it's my fault. Lord Tsunade, make you suffer. Next time, just let me do it. Oh hello, looking at the familiar opening words in the diary, all the girls showed an imperceptible smile. I don't know when it started, it has become their habit to wait for the diary update every day. It's so great today, I declare here that Tsunade's wife's figure is invincible in the world. From now on, the eldest wife Tsunade will be my uncle's royal concubine and will be responsible for managing the entire harem for me. Huh? Looking at the contents of the diary, the girls all frowned. Good guy, is this arranged? Let Tsunade be the empress? Have you asked them for their opinion? This bastard. Terumi Mei, for the sake of my position as the empress of the palace, even as a former Sannin, I will never bow my head and admit defeat easily. Kurina Yuhi, Naruto, this bastard, I was the one who came here first. Yuzuki Yugon, if it's Tsunade-senpai, then it doesn't matter. Yamanaka Ino, woo-woo, why couldn't I have been born a few years earlier? Women all have a desire to compare, especially beautiful women. Initially, they didn't think much about it. But now after Uzumaki Naruto said something about the main palace, the girls' minds became more alive. Seemingly, this can be argued for. Maybe it's because I'm so handsome and have the aura of a time traveler that Tsunade came back to Konoha early, and I also want to be my teacher. I was really shocked at first, after all, this is completely different from the plot in the original work, ha 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 ha. I almost thought the identity of the time traveler was exposed. It has been exposed long ago. The girls couldn't help but snickered. Naruto thought he was hiding it well. Actually, they already knew it, right? And, not just knowing, we also know what you are thinking about every day. The girls couldn't help but feel a little happy when they thought about how hard this guy worked every day to act and hide his identity. I don't know what Naruto's expression will be like when he knows the truth of the matter. I really look forward to it just thinking about it. The only thing that makes me happy is that Tsunade has a ridiculously good figure, just like in the original work. She has a pretty face, fair and delicate skin, and she also likes to wear double ponytails. Obviously she is Sister Yu, but there is a sense of contrast about her. TSK. Even if I saw it, I couldn't help but feel a little bit thirsty. Pooh. Pervert. This big pervert. I write something inappropriate like this every day. Now they can understand it instantly. The girls all blushed when they looked at the words about tigers and wolves in the diary. Fortunately, this was not the first time that Naruto had written such forbidden content in his diary, so apart from their bodies being a little hot, they didn't feel much else. I'm just a bit obsessed with money. We just met today and he cost me 5 million taels, but it's worth it. It is worthy of me to be able to take advantage of Tsunade so much. Of course, this time it was entirely because Tsunade was afraid of hemorrhage. Otherwise, given Tsunade's character, after knowing what happened today, I'm afraid my family would have to be torn apart. Jiji, what Tsunade Heim, she is totally a welfare princess. Boom. With a loud noise, the solid wood table in front of Tsunade fell into pieces. Welfare G? This bastard. No wonder this bastard was always so far away from her when she woke up. He was always ready to run away. Tsunade never expected that Uzumaki Naruto would dare to touch her body while she was suffering from hemophobia. It's so bold. Tsunade was very angry now. It's okay if she takes the initiative to let Uzumaki Naruto take advantage, but it's not okay if the other party takes the initiative to take advantage of her. I still want to grab her twin ponytails. Is it tolerable or not? Even if my uncle can bear it, I can't. Go kill this bastard now. Thinking of this, Tsunade stood up suddenly, ready to fight for the whirlpool Naruto. Tsunade-sama, please calm down. Shizune quickly stopped in front of Tsunade. If you go to Naruto now, it's very likely that the diary will be exposed. Don't you want to change the future? I'm furious. Tsunade cursed under his breath, then angrily sat back in his seat. Okay, Tsunade-sama. Naruto treats everyone like this, it's not like you don't know. I've been writing a lot about cream puffs, but I've calmed down a lot today. Shizune blushed. By the way, didn't Naruto also say that he wants you, Tsunade-sama, to be the royal empress? This is a treatment that no other woman has ever received. Shizune covering her mouth and snickering, she cleaned up the table crumbs scattered on the floor. Who cares? Tsunade snorted. But, his expression softened. According to what was revealed in the diary, Uzumaki Naruto knew everything about the entire ninja world. Especially those beauties in the ninja world, this guy Jian 5.0 has always been treasured by everyone. But even so, Naruto was still fascinated by him, and even said that he wanted her to be his queen. To gain this kind of recognition from travelers, even Tsunade, I couldn't help but feel a sense of superiority in my heart. Unfortunately, I traveled a little too late, otherwise I would have changed the tragedy of Tsunade's eldest wife. Seeing this sentence appearing in the diary, Tsunade's eyes couldn't help but become serious. Next, will you write about her? In the original work, the hand shows the most prosperous period of the clan. The eldest grandfather is Senju Hashirama, known as the god of ninja, and the second grandfather is second Hokage Senju Tobarama. The Senju clan is undoubtedly the most powerful clan in Konoha, not even the Uchiha clan can compare with it. It can be said that Tsunade is like a princess, the apple of Konoha's eye. See here, Tsunade had a nostalgic look on his face. Yes, when she was young, Grandpa and Grandpa are both here, she even bet money with her uncle. Later, in order to protect Konoha, Senju Hashirama and Uchiha Madara fought for 3 days and 3 nights in the Valley of the End before finally defeating Hachiha Madara. It's just that maybe he was overdrawn while fighting Madara, or maybe the death of his good friend made him depressed. Senju Hashirama also fell seriously ill and died soon after. Seeing the contents of the diary, Tsunade had a dark look on his face. What does it mean to overdraw the body? Why does it sound weird? You guy, be careful if I sue you for libel. After the death of Senju Hashirama, Senju Tobarama naturally became the second Hokage. In order to consolidate the power of the Hokage, Senju Tobarama began to take a series of measures against Konoha's wealthy families. The first one to bear the brunt of this is the Senju clan. This is where the tragedy of Tsunade's eldest wife begins. Episode 52, Tsunade's Special Reward. All the girls are crazy with envy. Under the instruction of Senju Tobarama, many members of the Senju clan voluntarily gave up their surnames. Although Senju Tobarama was intended to make the village more stable, it also caused the once glorious Senju clan to gradually decline. Later, Senju Tobarama was surrounded by the Golden Horn and Silver Horn brothers in Cloud Shinobi Village. In order to protect the new generation, Senju Tobarama chose to cut off his queen, and finally died due to exhaustion. After the death of Senju Tobarama, Sarutobi Hiruzen became the third Hokage. Shimura Danzo, Yudatane Koharu, and Mito Kato Hamura served as Hokage consultants. It was also during this period that Tsunade became a disciple of Sarutobi Hiruzen. As the contents of the diary are updated, a mysterious veil is gradually unveiled in front of the girls. Sarutobi Hiruzen inherited the ideas of Senju Tobarama, and was even more extreme. In order to consolidate the power in his hands, he began to vigorously suppress the wealthy ninja clan who were deeply entrenched in Konoha. The Uchiha clan, Hyuga clan, including the declining Senju clan, are all targets of his suppression. With the outbreak of the Ninja World War, Sarutobi Hiruzen sent all the Senju clan members to the most dangerous battlefield. With the desperate fighting of the Senju clan, Konoha once again won the war. However, almost all the Senju clan members are dead. The girls all fell silent as they looked at the contents of the diary. The Senju clan was once the most powerful clan in the ninja world, and the clan was prosperous. But, in just a few short years, the Senju clan disappeared from the ninja world. This used to be a very confusing thing for every ninja village. Did not expect. This is the truth behind the demise of the Senju clan. Snort. No wonder Naruto has such a low opinion of Sarutobi Hiruzen, he turns out to be a hypocrite. Later, the Third Ninja War broke out, and Senju Noaki followed Orochimaru to the front line. Then, he was inexplicably blown up by the detonating talisman and died on the battlefield. The last seed of the Senju clan, the disciple of Orochimaru, the younger brother of Tsunade, died like this? If there are no shadows of Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo behind it, Mr. Ben 12 will never believe it. I guessed it right. Tsunade's expression fell into a trance. The figure of the child who followed her and clamored to become a Hokage appeared in front of her again. Nowaki's death is really strange. She had doubts about this at first, but she didn't expect that there was a conspiracy behind it. The demise of the Senju clan and the death of Noaki were indeed caused by you. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Tsunade bit her lip tightly, trying to control the anger in her heart. Why does it have to be so extreme? Tsunade can't understand. Hokage's rights, is it really that important? People close to him died one after another, causing Tsunade to suffer from anemia. Later, Tsunade took Shizune to travel around the ninja world, drinking and gambling all day long to numb himself. During the Chunin exam, Sarutobi Hiruzen was killed, and with the persuasion of Jiraiya and Uzumaki Naruto, Tsunade became the 5th Hokage. What? Will the 3rd Hokage die in the Chunin exam? The Chunin exam is about to start. Could it be that? Will someone cause trouble during this exam? Even Tsunade was stunned. Originally, she thought that after reading this diary, she would go to Sarutobi Hiruzen to find out. Unexpectedly, Sarutobi Hiruzen is dying? Real or fake? All the girls were confused, but Uzumaki Naruto did not continue to write relevant content in the diary. Unfortunately, Jiraiya also died in Pain's hands. Until the end, Tsunade was alone, has a body and appearance that are proud of the ninja world, but ends up alone. Obviously she is the strongest medical ninja in the ninja world, but she can only watch her relatives and close friends around her leave her one by one. Seeing the sigh in the diary, all the girls felt a little sad. Tsunade's experience, it does seem a bit miserable. But, just when the girls were feeling depressed, the contents of the diary were updated again. Ha 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 ha, of course, with me here now. Such a tragedy will never happen. First of all, Tsunade's wife will never be alone in this life, because I won't allow it. Secondly, when I have enough strength in the future, resurrecting Noaki will be just a piece of cake. Let Tsunade's eldest wife give birth to more than 10 or 20 children. Just thinking about it makes me feel happy. Pfft. Looking at the contents of the diary, Shizune couldn't help laughing. What the hell? Having more than 20 children? Then Tsunade-sama, isn't it? But, such hockey declaration, it's quite manly to say. Shizune was about to raise his head and tease Tsunade, but saw Tsunade clenching her fists tightly, looking at the diary without blinking, and her body shaking slightly. Tsunade-sama, what's wrong with you? Seeing Tsunade's appearance, Shizune was shocked. Is hemophobia happening again? But there's no blood around here. Have you seen what's in the diary? Tsunade's voice was trembling. Noaki can be resurrected. If someone else said it, Tsunade might not believe it. But, this is what Uzumaki Naruto said, with the other party's understanding of the ninja world, coupled with such a magical diary. Perhaps, it's really possible that Noaki can be resurrected. Tsunade-sama, please don't get excited yet. Naruto also said that resurrecting Noaki will have to wait until he is strong enough. Shizune held Tsunade's hand and persuaded. I know. I can wait. Tsunade tried hard to suppress his excitement. Nowaki's death, it had always been the thing she blamed the most on. Tsunade thinks, it was her failure to protect Noaki. If Naruto can really resurrect Noaki, let alone take advantage of her, she will be willing to let her have more than 10 or 20 children. Ding! Congratulations to host for completing Tsunade biography, and the corresponding micromovie has been automatically generated based on the diary content. Host can add missing content at any time. Ding! Congratulations to host for completing a diary and receiving a reward. Ninjutsu Machine Cannon. Ninjutsu Machine Cannon. You don't need to form seals to release ninjutsu. Four seals in 1 second can only be a younger brother in front of you. Listening to the system prompts in his mind, Uzumaki Naruto nodded with satisfaction. The rewards this time are quite good. After all, during the ninja battle, whoever can release ninjutsu faster often means who can gain a huge advantage. Not to mention, this reward is a perfect match for him. With a perfect sage body and 9 tails, he doesn't have to worry about chakra at all. In addition, various ninjutsu rewards obtained by writing diaries since time travel. Coupled with Muin's ability to release ninjutsu. As long as he wants, you can really transform into a ninja machine gun and constantly use ninjutsu to bombard you in battle. Uzumaki Naruto doesn't know, just as he was checking his reward, the Kunoichi who had diaries from all over the ninja world, at this time everyone was not calm. Because, in their minds, a reminder sounded that Uzumaki Naruto didn't know. Ding! Since Tsunade was mentioned many times in the diary, he received a reward, chakra doubled. Physical fitness doubled. Ding! Because Tsunade received an exclusive character biography, he received a special reward, with style blood inheritance limit. With style blood inheritance limit. From ancient times to the present, only Senju Hashirama, the first Hokage known as the God of Ninja, owns it. Senju Hashirama relied on the wood style blood succession limit to defeat Uchiha Madara, who had the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and ended the chaos of the Sengoku era. Although none of the girls have seen wood style with their own eyes, they all know the power of wood style from the records in each village. It is no exaggeration to say that wood style is the #1 blood successor in the ninja world. But now, so Tsunade was given a diary as a reward? For a time, the eyes of all the girls began to become fanatical. They can also have a biography of their own, even if the reward is not as good as wood style blood succession limit. At least it's not too far off, right? Inside the hotel, Shizune looked at Tsunade in shock, not even noticing that the teacup he was holding fell to the ground. Tsunade-sama, you. Are the diary rewards real? She can still accept the doubling of chakra and doubling of physical fitness. But, would style blood inheritance limit? Is it really not a joke? I do feel that something has happened to my body. No, it's a big change. Tsunade also clenched his fist with some uncertainty. After the reminder sounded in her mind, she did feel a warm current flowing into her body. Under the influence of this warm current, her chakra grew rapidly, and soon doubled its original size. And, although the changes in the body are not as obvious as the chakra growth, but, in Tsunade's perception, her strength and vitality have also undergone earth-shaking changes. From this point of view, the rewards in the diary are definitely real. But, what is the limit of wood style blood inheritance? She still couldn't believe it. Tsunade-sama, why don't you go out and give it a try? Shizune asked nervously. Although it sounds a bit outrageous, there should be no fakeness in something like a diary that has rewards, right? Okay. Then let's go out and try. Tsunade also wanted to verify it. So, Tsunade did not hesitate and took Shizune directly to an inaccessible dense forest. After looking around and finding no one else, Tsunade swallowed. Clap your hands. Wood style, the birth of the tree world. With Tsunade's low shout, the land ahead rolled, and countless thick trees grew rapidly. The whole earth is slightly, it started to tremble. In just the blink of an eye, a forest of trees formed in front of Tsunade and Shizune. Tsunade-sama, stop it. Shizune exclaimed. Tsunade was also startled and quickly interrupted the delivery of chakra. Seeing the turbulent and messy land in front of them, both Kunate and Shizune took a deep breath. Is this wood style? This kind of destructive power, isn't it simply terrifying? Just for a moment, the entire terrain was destroyed beyond recognition. Especially Tsunade, she could clearly feel how much energy those seemingly inconspicuous trees contained. The chakra, which is thick, powerful, and capable of absorbing the enemy, feeds itself back. It just doesn't make sense. Only, although the power of wood style is powerful, it also consumes a lot of chakra. Even though Tsunade's chakra amount has doubled now, he was still a little unable to do it when he first used wood style. Tsunade estimates, I am afraid that only by unlocking the 100 healings mark on my body can I barely use wood style in actual 410 battles. As for the more advanced wood styles in my mind, not only does it require a huge chakra, but it also requires the blessing of magic to use it. With Tsunade's current power, it is already the limit to perform tree realm birth. Of course, wood styles such as cutting technique, tree boundary wall, and silent killing technique do not consume much chakra. Tsunade-sama, the noise you just made was a bit loud. Umbu will probably be here soon. What to do? Shizune asked, staring blankly at the giant tree vines in front of him. It turned out to be true. Tsunade-sama actually possesses the wood style blood succession limit. Fine. Fire style, great fireball technique. Tsunade formed seals with his hands and quickly used several fire styles to set the trees in front of him on fire. Subsequently, he quickly left the scene with Shizune. Hokage office. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Umbu, who was half kneeling on the ground, with a worried expression on his brows. Yamato, are you not mistaken? Lord Hokage, there is no mistake. There are still traces of chakra on those remaining trees. Definitely wood style, Umbu named Yamato said, forming a seal with his hands, and a tree trunk as thick as an arm grew out of the floor. Although the wood style I created is completely incomparable to these remaining trees, there is essentially no difference between the two. Yamato said solemnly. As the owner of wood style bloodline limits, he is unmistakable. After hearing his words, Sarutobi Hiruzen fell silent in a rare moment. He also went to see the scene. Although it has been burned beyond recognition by the fire, judging from the traces left behind, it does look like it was caused by wood style. Now add Yamato's confirmation. Is there really someone else who controls this power? Who could it be? After frowning and thinking for a long time, Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly had an idea in his mind. Snort. Danzo, you hide it so well. I didn't expect that even I was almost deceived by you. Sarutobi Hiruzen snorted. After Senju Hashirama's death, Konoha's research on wood style has not stopped. Only, nothing ever came of it. Although over the years, he no longer has any hope for wood style, but there is one person who is still researching. Shimura Danzo. Yamato is the product of Shimura Danzo's human experiments. Now, after so many years, it's very possible that Shimura Danzo has made progress again. You dare to hide this kind of thing from me. Danzo, if I don't treat you well this time, I won't be the Hokage of Konoha. Sarutobi Hiruzen muttered to himself. This kind of power, he must take it into his own hands. Someone is coming. Assemble Umbu, and follow me to the base of route. Episode 53, your pretending skills are very good, but now it is mine, Konoha Village. People were coming and going on the streets. Vendors along the way were constantly selling their wares. The shops on the street are all decorated with new looks. Everyone's face is filled with happy and relaxed smiles. On the roof, from time to time, patrolling Umbu would fly past. Everything looks so harmonious. The Chunin exam organized by Konoha and the villages in the ninja world is about to begin. So, recently, Konoha Village has been flooded with a large number of ninjas, tourists, businessmen, and some dignitaries from all over the ninja world. There are too many people, there were more and more transactions, so even ordinary Konoha villagers are very happy. Snort. Konoha is really prosperous. It's really unpleasant to watch. A young man with a puppet on his back and dark purple patterns on his face snorted. The same as Ninja Village, comparing Sunagakure and Konoha Village, it's literally the difference between heaven and hell. In Sunagakure, the houses people live in are made of sand, and various resources are scarce. Most of the villagers in Sunagakure can barely survive. Really, why can these guys occupy such fertile land? Kankuro, where did Temari go? Behind, a cold and hoarse voice sounded. You should still be resting in the room. Ever since she left the village, she seemed to have something on her mind. She always stayed in her room by herself when she had nothing to do. Gaara, what can I do for you? Kankuro's voice was a little nervous. You just have to answer my questions. If you ask so many more questions, I'll kill you. Gaara's tone was filled with murderous intent. Jonin couldn't help but shed a drop of cold sweat on Kankuro's forehead. Gaara, although he is his younger brother, but because of the tailed beast in his body, he has an extremely violent personality. He said he wanted to kill himself, definitely no joke. Seeing that Gaara had no intention of pursuing the matter further, Kankuro breathed a sigh of relief. Really, why is that guy Temari always hiding in his room? So now he has to face Gaara alone, it's so annoying. Kankuro got distracted thinking about it. Sudden, he felt his body being hit. Immediately afterwards, a cry of pain sounded. Kankuro came to his senses. A girl with pink hair was found squatting on the ground. Next to her, there is also a girl with blonde hair in a ponytail and a girl with white eyes. Hey, you don't have eyes? Haruno Sakura got up from the ground and looked at Kankuro with a somewhat unhappy expression. A ninja from Konoha? Snort. If your strength is not good enough, don't make other excuses. Kankuro was originally very unhappy after seeing the prosperity of Konoha, and now he was full of anger, so his attitude was very bad. What? You bastard. See if I don't beat you until you have teeth all over the floor. Haruno Sakura immediately became angry when she saw Kankuro's arrogance. Although she was a good girl in front of Naruto, but, when facing other people, dare to offend her, the second personality appears directly. Is it just you? Kankuro looked at the furious Haruno Sakura with a sinister smile on his face. He raised his wrist, a dark purple thousand stick appeared in his hand. I'll teach you a lesson first. Kankuro raised his hand and was about to throw Senbon towards Haruno Sakura when a sound broke through the air. Snapped. With a crisp sound, Kankuro's wrist was hit hard. Ah. Which bastard dares to attack me secretly? Kankuro looked at the pebbles on the ground and said angrily. Ninjas of Tsunade, don't be too arrogant. Uchiha Sasuke snorted lightly, activated the body flicker technique and came to Kankuro. Is it you, the little brat, who just attacked me? Looking at Uchiha Sasuke, who was a head shorter than him, Kankuro's expression became ferocious. But, faced with his anger, Uchiha Sasuke just smiled faintly. You are no match for me. So I advise you not to be impulsive. You arrogant brat, don't look down on others. To be honest, faced with Urju's face-to-face comparison, few people could remain indifferent. Kankuro is certainly no exception. So, he took the puppet behind him in his hand, preparing to teach the arrogant kid in front of him a lesson. Kankuro, forget it. This guy is strong. Gaara grabbed Kankuro. I know. Seeing Gaara approaching, Kankuro immediately became quiet and silently retreated behind Gaara. May I have your name? Gaara looked at Uchiha Sasuke with no emotion in his eyes. Uchiha Sasuke. Feeling the powerful aura on Gaara's body, Uchiha Sasuke's eyes became serious. Instinctive, he sensed a hint of danger. This guy in front of me, not easy to deal with. Uchiha Sasuke? I remember. Hearing Uchiha Sasuke's words, Gaara nodded slightly. You can die without worries. As Gaara's voice fell, a pile of sand flew out of the gourd he was carrying behind him, and quickly attacked Uchiha Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke directly activated his two-tomo Sharingan and dodged the sand attack. Subsequently, Sasuke took out a kunai from his ninja bag and stabbed Gaara in the neck. But, facing Uchiha Sasuke's attack, Gaara seemed not to notice it and still stood there with his arms folded. Just when the kunai in Uchiha Sasuke's hand was about to be inserted into Gaara's neck, another pile of yellow sand blocked Sasuke's attack. The attack was blocked. Uchiha Sasuke did not stop and launched attacks on Gaara from all directions. But, no matter which blind corner he attacks from, the weird sand can block his attack. And Gaara, it was untouched from beginning to end. Snort. It's useless. Seeing this scene, Kankuro showed a proud smile on his face. Gaara's sand has the so-called absolute defense ability. Possessing autonomous consciousness, it can automatically block enemy attacks without Gaara's control at all. To hurt Gaara is harder than reaching the sky. What a strange ability. Uchiha Sasuke couldn't help but muttered when he saw that his attack had no effect. The other party doesn't seem to be very strong, it's just that these weird sands are too annoying. Although the current Uchiha Sasuke has opened the second Magatama Sharingan in advance, he has not yet had special training with Hatake Kakashi, nor has he learned to open the bird. So, facing Gaara, he's a little bit off guard now. It's my turn. Seeing Uchiha Sasuke stop, Gaara snorted coldly. Subsequently, he controlled the sand and attacked Uchiha Sasuke. But, although Uchiha Sasuke couldn't break his defense, he couldn't catch Uchiha Sasuke either. After several attacks with no effect, Gaara's eyes gradually became angry. A coward who only knows how to run away. XXX. Then I will kill your companions. As soon as Gaara finished speaking, the sand that was originally attacking Uchiha Sasuke suddenly attacked Haruno Sakura and the others. Seeing this scene, Uchiha Sasuke's pupils shrank. Damn it. This bastard is so mean. By the time Uchiha Sasuke reacted, it was already too late. Gentle fist 8 trigrams air palm. With a shout, Hyuga Hinata clapped out a palm. The next second, all the yellow sand was blown away instantly. Seeing this scene, Uchiha Sasuke was stunned. No, he had been attacking the sand for so long without being able to break through, and it was just scattered like this? When did Hinata have such strength? Uchiha Sasuke couldn't help but feel a little ashamed when he thought about how he was jumping up and down in front of everyone just now. Damn it, is he going to be a clown again? As expected of Konoha. Your power is pretty good, maybe you can excite me. Come on together. Unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A. Gaara's expression gradually became crazy. The sand in the gourd behind him also floated around him. Seeing this scene, Kankuro couldn't help but take a few steps back. Gaara is angry. Ruined, these Konoha ninjas are finished. Kankuro, who had seen Gaara's horror, his eyes were full of sympathy for Uchiha Sasuke and others at this moment. It was as if he had seen the ending of their deaths without their bodies intact. Be careful. This guy's a little weird. Haruno Sakura said solemnly. Hyuga Hinata and Yamanaka Ino also looked solemn. They could also clearly detect the dangerous aura on Gaara's body. It seems like something interesting happened. What happened? Just when the two sides were at war with each other, a slightly lazy voice sounded. Hear this voice, Uchiha Sasuke, Haruno Sakura, Yamanaka Ino, and Hyuga Hinata, who were originally extremely nervous, all breathed a sigh of relief. Naruto is here. Hey, have you been here a long time ago? Why did you come here now? Uchiha Sasuke asked as he looked at Uzumaki Naruto walking over. Heroes always appear late. Uzumaki Naruto smiled and shrugged. Hearing his words, Uchiha Sasuke's eyes lit up. This sentence is okay. It feels very pretentious. After, he will do the same. Snort. Although your pretending skills are very good, it is now mine. Naruto, you are finally here, this outsider is bullying us. Yamanaka Ino ran up and hugged Uzumaki Naruto's arm, talking about her grievances, with tears in her eyes. Haruno Sakura and Hyuga Hinata also both look weak. Seeing this scene, even Gaara was stunned for a moment. No, aren't you guys changing your attitude too quickly? Besides, who bullied you? Crush my sand with one palm, weren't you pretty awesome just now? Never mind. I will help you teach him a lesson. Uzumaki Naruto touched Yamanaka Ino's head, and then slowly walked to Gaara. She has short red hair, the word love engraved on her forehead, no eyebrows, and obvious dark circles under her eyes. Also carrying a huge gourd. Exactly the same as in the original work. Watching Uzumaki Naruto look at her, Gaara felt a little unhappy. Why, the murderous intention in me is obviously so strong, the guy in front of me didn't seem to notice at all? Are you here to die too? Gaara looked at Uzumaki Naruto coldly, the sand slowly gathering in front of him. You really don't like what you say. Of course, I can't blame you entirely. I have lived in such an environment since I was a child and was tortured by Shikaku every day. It would be better if I didn't go crazy. However, since Ino and the others have complained to me, let me teach you a lesson. Seeing Uzumaki Naruto's understatement, Gaara's expression darkened again. This guy has been talking to himself since the beginning. Are you looking down on him? I'll kill you now. Gaara raised his arm and controlled the sand to attack Uzumaki Naruto. But the next second, Uzumaki Naruto's figure disappeared. When he appeared again, he was already in front of Gaara. What a speed! Gaara's pupil shrank. This guy, it seems to be much faster than the one named Sasuke just now. Tit. It's useless. Your offense is against me who has absolute defense. Boom. Before Gaara could finish speaking, Uzumaki Naruto's fist had already landed on his stomach. This punch goes down, Gaara's eyes turned into white eyes, and even bent into shrimp shape. The sand that had been protecting him since birth was punched through by Uzumaki Naruto. How is it possible? Beside, Kankuro's eyes were full of disbelief when he saw the scene. Gaara got beaten? His defense, even some B-level ninjutsu, can block it. Such a defense was actually broken by a punch. What kind of freak is this? Are all the genin in Konoha so strong? Sakura-chan, Hinata, Ino, let's go. Uzumaki Naruto ignored Gaara, who was kneeling on the ground, holding a little loli by one hand, and left the scene. After he leaves, Kankuro stood there without moving. Damn, with Gaara's character, was beaten. You're not going to go berserk, are you? Should he stay away? Unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A, unspecified currency A. Is this what pain feels like? It's so wonderful. It turns out that they are all red like the others. Sagoni High Iron Duck. Gaara suddenly let out a strange laugh, and then his body began to tremble uncontrollably. Being knocked down by Uzumaki Naruto with one punch, Gaara was not as angry as he imagined. On the contrary, he felt very excited now. From small to large, under the protection of sand, no one has ever been able to hurt him. Not even himself. Gaara has tried to end his life countless times, but failed every time. The sand will automatically block all his attacks. Gaara feels like a freak every time she sees others in pain after being injured. But today, he finally felt the pain. It turns out that he feels pain and bleeds, just like normal people. This Tsunade ninja won't be beaten stupid, right? I think it's very possible. I've never heard of anyone laughing so happily after being beaten. But this ninja from another village seems to be the son of 4th Kazekage. He was beaten in our village. Will there be any trouble? Sigh. Uzumaki Naruto does this without fear of revenge from Sand Shinobi. Revenge? That guy even beat the Hokage's son, so he still cares about the Kazekage's son? Ha 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 ha, it seems true when you say that. Listening to the chatter of the people around him, Kankuro's face turned even darker. He was really afraid that Gaara would go on a killing spree in Konoha territory. If that is the case, they are in danger. But what Kankuro didn't expect was that Gaara, who had always been eccentric, didn't pay attention to the comments around him. He just stood up, wiped the bloodline from the corners of his mouth, and then said something that almost made Kankuro's jaw drop. Kankuro, let's go. Ask where that guy named Uzumaki Naruto lives, I'm going to move near him. Naruto-kun, next time we meet, you must please me just like this time. Episode 54, 3 little Lolita compete for favor, Uzuki Shien and Naruto live together? Humph, the ninjas of Tsunade are so arrogant. Yeah, if it weren't for Naruto, we might be in danger now. Ugh. Naruto-kun, I really want to thank you this time. Walking on the road, Haruno Sakura, Yamanaka Ino, and Hyuga Hinata looked frightened. This point must be emphasized. And, these things she said are all true, and even if Sarutobi Hiruzen investigates, he will not find any problems. After hearing Uzuki Yugon's words, Sarutobi Hiruzen pondered, thinking quickly in his mind whether this would affect his original plan. Hokage-sama, Naruto is no longer a child. He already has his own ideas about a lot of things. I'm afraid of being monitored all the time. Maui Shien did not continue. Some things just need to be stopped. Talking too much, it's often counterproductive. Then do as you say. Sarutobi Hiruzen finally nodded and agreed to Uzuki Yuga's proposal. She is right, now that Naruto is not young anymore, he is not so easy to fool. In his own name, he sent Shien to be a nanny, to take care of Naruto's daily life. Naruto will definitely thank himself. Shien, you will be Naruto's nanny from now on, and I won't send any other umbu. If anything happens, you must report it to me at any time. Yes. Boom. 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 Coming. Hearing a knock on the door, Uzumaki Naruto got up from the bed. Sister Shien? After opening the door and seeing Uzuki Shien, Uzumaki Naruto was a little confused. Because, Woyuki Shien did not wear Umbu's catface mask this time, and was also wearing ordinary clothes at home. Naruto, did you miss me? Uzuki Shien looked at Uzumaki Naruto's dumb look, her eyes narrowed into slits when she smiled. Being able to make Uzumaki Naruto, a time traveler, show such an unexpected expression made her feel inexplicably happy. Sister Shien, why did you come to me? I mean, why aren't you wearing a mask today? Uzumaki Naruto asked confused. Maui Shien is now wearing a rose-colored embroidered uniform, with her purple hair hanging casually on her shoulders. Because he was wearing sandals and a pair of white socks, her jade feet are exposed. Good-looking is good-looking. But, something's wrong, right? As Umbu who monitors him, can Yu Shien appear in front of him so openly? Ahem, sister is about to tell you this. Maui Shien stood up straight and took out the suitcase behind her. From today on, I will be your exclusive nanny. Maui Shien's voice was a little playful. Huh? What exactly is going on? Uzumaki Naruto was getting more and more confused. What's the situation? At this moment, Uzumaki Naruto felt a prying gaze. I activated Kagura's heart eye and felt it, and found that Sarutobi Hiruzen was observing the place through the telescope technique. What the hell is that old guy up to again? Let's talk first. Uzumaki Naruto pulled Uzuki Yugon into the room. After the two sat down, Maui Shien explained her purpose of coming. You mean, the third Hokage sent you to be my nanny? After knowing the truth, Uzumaki Naruto asked in disbelief. Why does it feel more and more outrageous? There is no such plot in the original work, right? That's right. From now on, I will be responsible for your daily meals and meals. You won't mind if I stay here at night, right? Maui Shien asked with a smile. Of course I don't mind. Uzumaki Naruto quickly waved his hand. I don't know what that old guy Sarutobi Hiruzen is thinking, but there's no way he can refuse this kind of group. Living with Maui Shien. Will that old monkey suddenly have a conscience? Are you actually giving yourself this kind of benefit? But, Sister Shien, I only have one bed at home. How about you squeeze in with me? The house he lives in now is an old house with one bedroom and one living room. So, there is only one bed in the house. Forehead. I'm going to clean up your room now. Before Yuzuki Yugon could answer, Uzumaki Naruto rushed into the room with her luggage. Seeing the other parties hurry, Maui Shien felt a little happy. Own charm, it doesn't look bad either. Looking at Naruto's impatient look, I really laughed to death. Big pervert. Wazuki Shien can be sure that this guy Naruto has already thought about how to take advantage of her. But, she had also been mentally prepared for it. If you can't let go of your child, you can't trap the wolf. If you don't give something, where will the reward come from? Wrong. Thinking of this, Maui Shien's expression suddenly changed. Luggage. The items in her luggage were all her intimate clothes. Maui Shien quickly ran into the room. Subsequently, she froze on the spot. In the room, Uzumaki Naruto had already opened her suitcase, all the clothes underneath were also exposed. At this time, Naruto was holding a pink pongji with a kitten design on it. Seeing Yuzuki Shien rushing over, Naruto showed an innocent smile on his face. Sister Shien, you are quite girly. Really, wasn't it necessary to hit someone just after looking at Fatty? Opening lightning strike. Looking at the contents in the diary, all the girls' eyes widened. No, have you looked at Fatty? Still got beaten? After not seeing each other for a day, what bad thing did this bastard do again? You're not going to be a sleazy guy anymore, are you? Pervert. Although they didn't know the situation yet, the girls still scolded him first as a sign of respect. Ha 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 ha, but it's worth it. It's only the first night that you're given such benefits. Do you need to think about the future? As the contents of the diary were updated, the girls became more and more puzzled. What's going on? Can you make it clearer? Hey. Anyway, my uncle's cohabitation life is about to begin. Sarutobi Hiruzen, this old guy finally did something good. When I think about being able to hug my wife Shien to sleep every day from now on, I can't help but laugh. Can you give me more benefits like this? Huh? There is the sound of water. I won't write anymore. Shien's wife started taking a bath. This time, it's really live broadcast. Looking at the contents of the diary, all the girls were not calm. Maui Sunset, living with Naruto? No, what a joke. Episode 55, Shien Fengping was killed, and the girls took action. Looking at the contents of the diary, all the girls who were reading the diary became uneasy. No, why did Yuzuki Yugao live with Uzumaki Naruto? Or was it directed by Sarutobi Hiruzen? What's going on? Naruto, this bastard, should explain himself clearly before leaving. Peeping in the shower or something. Is it really that important? In the bathroom. Maui Shien was soaking naked in the bathtub, holding a diary in her hand. Now, not just the face, the skin all over the body is already a little red. She couldn't help but feel weak when she thought that that bastard Naruto was now using his Kagura heart eye to peek at her openly. What a shame. This is a big pervert. And, compared to this, the chat group on the diary has exploded. Yamanaka Ino, Sister Shien, what is going on? I need you to give me an explanation. Akimbo IPG, Haruno Sakura, I'm so angry. I didn't get Naruto's first kiss, and now someone has taken the first step in his first kiss. I hate it so much. Woyuki Shien, bah. Little Sakura, please be careful what you say. What does it mean to be robbed on your first night? You should show me less forbidden stuff. Hyuga Hinata, Sister Shogao, we were still together with Naruto this afternoon. Why did you suddenly live with Naruto? Zaihong, yes, Shien, you must give us an explanation for this matter. Yuzuki Shien, this is the order of the third Hokage. There is nothing I can do, innocent.jpg. Faced with everyone's questioning, Yuzuki Yuyen could only pass the blame to Sarutobi Hiruzen. No way, just by watching these conversations, she could clearly feel the resentment of everyone. Yamanaka Ino, damn it, Sister Shien is so cunning. Haruno Sakura, I really learned a lesson from my senior today. Hyuga Hinata, obviously Naruto-kun said that I am the first wife. Yuhi Kurinai, Yugao, I'm warning you, don't do anything excessive to Naruto. I bother. Who would do anything to that big pervert? Anyway, shouldn't I be the one who should be worried about being taken advantage of? Now that bastard is still watching her take a shower. Snort. I'm ignoring you. After leaving her last words, Mayueshi put away her diary in shame. Although the number of messages in the group was still increasing rapidly, she was too lazy to read it. Otherwise, she really doesn't have the courage to see anyone anymore. Standing up from the bathtub, Oyuki Shien quickly wiped her body clean. Subsequently, he picked up the bath towel, wrapped himself in it, and slowly walked out of the bathroom. Sister Shien, have you finished washing? Uzumaki Naruto pretended to be casual and looked up at Yuzuki Yugao. Subsequently, he couldn't take his eyes away. Maui Shien was wrapped in a bath towel, with her purple hair casually coiled on her head. The slender neck and thin shoulders were exposed. The towel hung down to his knees. Under the slender calves and slender ankles, a pair of pink feet stepped on the ground, revealing the attractive arches. So beautiful. I have to admit, sometimes, women who wear clothes are more attractive to men. Snort. What are you looking at? Maui Shien snorted softly. Subsequently, looking at Uzumaki Naruto's blank look, another smile appeared on his face. Really, haven't you seen enough? Stinky man. My wife Shien is so beautiful, especially the way she looks just out of the bath, it's so beautiful. No, I can't help it anymore. I'm really looking forward to the scene when I go to bed tonight. Sigh. I hope Shien's wife doesn't snore when she sleeps, otherwise it will affect my sleep. Idiot. Big pervert. Who snores while sleeping? Maui Shien lay on the floor, clenched her fist and hit the quilt hard. Maui Shien felt that her phone ping had been victimized. This guy, I stayed up late at night and wrote random things in my diary. Speaking of which, I met Gaara today, which was quite interesting. This guy is the same as in the original work. He has an eccentric and irritable personality. He will directly attack anyone he doesn't like, without considering the consequences, but you can't blame him. He was raised as a war machine since he was a child, and his father, Luo Sha, was also a pervert. In order to see if Gaara could suppress his emotions, he actually sent Yashimaru to assassinate Gaara, and even lied to Gaara that Gaara would hate him until his death. After Gaara lost control, Luo Sha felt that Gaara was a failure and kept sending killers to assassinate Gaara. Coupled with the one-tail shikaku in his body, it tortured him every day and caused him to suffer from insomnia. For a child who grew up in this kind of environment, Gaara is pretty good without being driven crazy. See here, the eyes of all the girls changed. Although Gaara's experience was tragic, they were more shocked by Gaara's identity than these. One-tailed Jinchuriki. To know, Jinchuriki is like a nuclear weapon in the village. Okay Tobirama, enough is enough. Seeing Senju Tobirama's appearance, Senju Hashirama stepped out. The powerful force caused the ground to be instantly covered with spider web-like cracks. An extremely powerful aura completely crushed Senju Tobirama's aura. I know, brother. Don't be so excited. I just want to understand the current situation. Looking at the angry Senju Hashirama, Senju Tobirama said weakly. Ah. Really, I accidentally didn't control it well. Senju Hashirama scratched the back of his head and laughed awkwardly. Kid, how come you have access to this forbidden technique? Monkey, where's Sarutobi Hiruzen? Senju Tobirama did not continue to pay attention to Senju Hashirama, but once again set his sights on Uzumaki Naruto. Impure world reincarnation is such a dangerous forbidden technique, he had already ordered it to be sealed for sealing purposes. The kid in front of me is so young, why can he come into contact with this kind of forbidden technique? I'm not interested in answering any of your questions. I summoned you this time, just to test the power of impure world reincarnation. Uzumaki Naruto said calmly. Are you a brat from the Uchiha clan? Senju Tobirama is very unhappy with Uzumaki Naruto's attitude. This little devil, a little too arrogant. You are so hostile to the Uchiha clan. However, I am not a member of the Uchiha clan. Now the Uchiha clan has been exterminated. Uzumaki Naruto said calmly. What? Hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobirama were both shocked. The Uchiha clan was exterminated? What's the situation? Okay, that's enough chit-chat. For the second generation project, you should have discovered that the reanimation jutsu I used is completely different from what you studied. After my improvement, you should be able to have all the power you had during your lifetime. So, please put on a show. Uzumaki Naruto ignored Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobirama's inquiries, but directly stated his request. Arrogant brat. Are you treating us like monkeys? Senju Tobirama's voice was filled with anger. They are Hokage. If you want to think that way, I can't help it. You. Senju Tobirama was choked after hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words. This little devil, Why are you talking so irritatingly? Kid, it's not good to be too arrogant. After all, I invented this forbidden technique. If you want to break this technique, I have at least 2 methods. I'll teach you a lesson today. Senju Tobirama snorted coldly. He decides, after breaking free from the shackles of reanimation jutsu, this arrogant brat must be taught a lesson. In this regard, Uzumaki Naruto just shrugged indifferently. Snort. Senju Tobirama mobilizes the chakra all over the body, and powerful breath rises into the sky. But, no matter how hard he tries, neither can escape the control of impure world reincarnation. Second generation, your strength is still too weak. Why don't we let first generation try it out? Uzumaki Naruto teased. Ha 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 ha. Tobirama, then I'll give it a try. Senju Hashirama saw Senju Tobirama's embarrassment and took the initiative to speak. He also wanted to try. Can this ninjutsu control him? Drink. Senju Hashirama shouted loudly, and the huge chakra began to riot wildly. The wind is strong, centered on him, the ground with a radius of tens of meters cracked instantly. Pity, although the momentum is amazing, but after a few seconds, Senju Hashirama still shook his head helplessly. It's such a strong control, I can't break free. Hearing Senju Hashirama's words, Senju Tobirama opened his mouth in surprise. As the younger brother of Senju Hashirama, Senju Tobirama has followed Senju Hashirama since he was a child and has experienced countless battles. He is very clear about the power of Senju Hashirama. Even a strong man like my brother can't break free from reanimation jutsu's control? How can it be? Uzumaki Naruto had a satisfied smile on his face. According to the information in my mind, the reanimation jutsu awarded to him by the system not only brings out the full power of the deceased through ordinary sacrifices, but also has absolute control over the reincarnated person. Now it seems, it is as expected. Even if he is as strong as Senju Hashirama, he can only obey his orders. Snort. Kid, do you think there's nothing I can do about this? Senju Tobirama snorted coldly, and then quickly began to form seals with his hands. Reverse reanimation jutsu resolution. As the creator of reanimation jutsu, he knows very well that as long as the seal of reanimation jutsu is tied upside down, the control of the caster can be released. But, what Senju Tobirama didn't expect was that his attempts had no effect. Don't waste your efforts. Uzumaki Naruto chuckled. If this can unlock impure world reincarnation, what kind of absolute control is that? Senju Hashirama, show me your power now. Forget it's simple. What I want to see is magic. Uzumaki Naruto said calmly. In the original work, even the Senju Hashirama summoned by the reanimation jutsu cast by Sannin Kabuto cannot use senjutsu. He wanted to see, system rewarded reanimation jutsu, can Senju Hashirama show his true strength? Isn't this not good? It will be a bit noisy. Hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, Senju Hashirama hesitated. It doesn't matter. This is far away from the village, so it doesn't matter even if we are noticed. There was no doubt in Uzumaki Naruto's tone. After hearing his words, Senju Hashirama no longer insists, instead, it goes directly into sage mode. Wood style, the world of flowers and trees is coming. Wood style, wood dragon technique. Wood style, wooden golem jutsu. Senju Hashirama puts his hands together and chakra surges wildly. Moment, countless thick trees sprouted from the ground, subsequently, a dozen huge flowers grew on the trees, it's full of poisonous powder, once inhaled, the body will be instantly paralyzed. Besides, a huge wooden golem nearly 100 meters tall appeared out of thin air. Even with the size of a tailed beast, it was no match for the wooden golem in front of him. If it weren't for the fact that it's far enough away from Konoha, the appearance of wooden golem will definitely cause panic. After all, Senju Hashirama once easily suppressed 9 tails with wooden golem jutsu. There is also a huge wooden dragon wrapped around wooden golem's arm. Wood dragon has the ability to absorb chakra. Absorb chakra and strengthen yourself, once entangled, not even the tailed beast can break free. TSK. Although I can use the power I had when I was alive, it doesn't feel real at all. Senju Hashirama couldn't help but muttered. Impure world reincarnation's body, I can't feel the thrill of fighting at all. But, complaints are complaints, Senju Hashirama did not stop what he was doing. After performing several more large-scale wood-style ninjas, Senju Hashirama's face was in full swing. He clapped his hands suddenly. A breath that was dozens of times more powerful than before suddenly exploded. Sage art, wood-style, Shinsu-chien, okay, stop. Following Uzumaki Naruto's order, Senju Hashirama felt that the power in his body was instantly drained. The ninjutsu that was about to be launched also came to an abrupt end. Good. Really not bad. After seeing Senju Hashirama's performance, Uzumaki Naruto nodded with satisfaction. It is indeed a reward from the system. Senju Hashirama is actually able to perform powerful senjutsu such as true several thousand hands. It was really beyond his expectation. Okay, you've seen everything you want to see. Can you answer our questions? Senju Tobirama looked at Uzumaki Naruto and said. He wants to know now, after his death, in the end what happened. Besides, what is the identity of this seemingly young boy in front of him, and why he is able to master such a powerful forbidden technique? I know you have a lot of questions in your mind. However, I'm not interested in answering everything. Let's talk about it in a few days. By then, you'll know everything you want to know. Uzumaki Naruto spoke slowly. Subsequently, under Senju Tobirama's angry gaze, the reanimation jutsu was directly lifted. Anyway, in a few days, Orochimaru will also summoning them out again via reanimation jutsu. By then, he will reveal all the truth to everyone. There is no need to explain too much to Senju Tobirama and the others now. The remaining traces of wood style are a bit big. Looking at the mess around him, Uzumaki Naruto couldn't help but shook his head. There was such a big movement just now. Konoha's ninjas should be coming soon, right? It's better not to let them discover these things yet. Thinking of this, a chakra ball emitting black light appeared in Uzumaki Naruto's hand. Spiral, will you? Throwing the chakra ball forward, Naruto directly launched the Flying Thunder God technique and returned to the sleepy leaf. The next second, the earth trembled, a huge mushroom cloud soared into the sky in the distance. 09. The movement this time should be enough to keep that old guy Yuan Fei and Hiruzen busy for a while. Uzumaki Naruto snorted. Although Sarutobi Hiruzen could not live for a few days, he did not want this old guy to spy on him through the telescope technique if he had nothing to do. Humming a happy tune, Uzumaki Naruto slowly walked back to the apartment where he lived. But the next second, Uzumaki Naruto's eyes widened in shock. The old apartment that was originally sparsely populated is now filled with all kinds of luggage. There are many people who are busy moving up and down. Tsunade, Shizune, Yuhi Hong, Kuratsuchi, Terumi Mei, Gaara. Looking around, they are all familiar figures. No, moving team? What's happening here? Why are these people here? I don't know why, Uzumaki Naruto always felt something strange. These women are not here for you, right? Episode 58. The plot collapses. Naruto notices something abnormal. The scene in front of him was too terrifying, so even Uzumaki Naruto, a time traveler, was a little dazed at the moment. The house he lives in now is an old apartment. The apartment has 5 floors in total. There are 10 houses on each floor. Uzumaki Naruto's house is on the 3rd floor. Although there are many houses, because the apartments are in disrepair, there are very few residents inside. Because there are few residents, no one takes care of it. The apartment looked even more shabby. Plus the location is remote. So, in normal times, there's not even a soul to be seen here. But now, Tsunade and the others actually moved here. Tsunade, sensei, why did you move here? Uzumaki Naruto asked, looking at Tsunade in confusion. Snort. What are you talking about? I am your teacher and you are my disciple. I moved here to better discipline you. Any questions? Tsunade asked word by word with his hands on his chest. That's not a problem. Uzumaki Naruto nodded. After all, he also understood Tsunade's current situation. I have no friends in Konoha, and I don't want to have anything to do with that old guy Sarutobi Hiruzen. Usually, I stay in hotels. Now that Tsunade has become his teacher, it seems reasonable to move here. As for Shizune, as Tsunade's follower, it's natural to appear here. No problem, then I'll get to work first. I'll have dinner at your house tonight. Tsunade snorted lightly, turned around and left with Shizune. Hi, behind, a charming female voice sounded. Little brother, long time no see. Hearing the sound, Uzumaki Naruto turned around and found that Terumi Mei had already walked to his side. Photo. Kirigakure sister? Uzumaki Naruto pretended to be surprised. That's right. I didn't expect you would still remember me, brother. Didn't I introduce you last time? My name is Terumi Mei. Terumi Mei reminded with a smile. Oh. I remembered. Sister Terumi Mei, are you going to move here? Uzumaki Naruto asked curiously. That's right. Speaking of which, it was thanks to you last time. Sister, I must thank you properly. Hearing Terumime's words, Uzumaki Naruto knew that the other party was talking about Zabuza. Sister Terumime, this is just a little effort. If you have to thank me, just give me a hug. Uzumaki Naruto looked at the beautiful Terumime and was not going to let go of any opportunity to take advantage. Smelly brother. Terumime squeaked when she heard this, and then hugged Uzumaki Naruto openly. Feeling the amazing elasticity on his chest, Uzumaki Naruto's heart moved. Have a look, this is the royal sister. You know you want to take advantage and yet you are so generous. Shiin's wife is just a fake royal sister. Besides, Terumime has such a good figure and such a pretty face. In the original work, he ended up alone, which is really not a pity. But, now that I have him, this royal sister must be allowed to experience the kind of happiness that only a man can bring her. Smelly brother, do you like it? Terumime's seductive voice rang in her ears. Uzumaki Naruto reluctantly let go of Terumime's body. Sister Terumime, why do you want to move here suddenly? The topic was changed just now, Uzumaki Naruto asked again. Because my sister wants to be with you. Do you know? The last time you handed Zabuza over to me, Zabuza told me the reason why he assassinated 4th Mizukage. It turns out that he had long discovered that 4th Mizukage was controlled by someone, so he chose to assassinate Mizukage. It's just that because he has no power and his own strength is not enough, he failed in the assassination and became a traitor. After learning about this, I immediately returned to the village to find Master Yuan and Qing. Finally, I found out that Mizukage was actually under a Jinjutsu. Thanks to you, Mizukage is now out of the other party's control, and the Hidden Village no longer implements the Blood Garden policy. You have made such a great contribution. Do you think my sister should thank you? Sister, I not only want to thank you, but I also want to recognize you as my brother. As long as you ask me for anything in the future, my sister will definitely do her best to help you. Terumime told Uzumaki Naruto everything that happened in Kirigakure. Anyway, as Kirigakure and other ninja villages gradually resume communication, these things will slowly spread. It's okay to say it now. So that's it. Hearing Terumime's words, Uzumaki Naruto opened his mouth in surprise. He never thought that one of his unintentional actions would cause such a big change. Yagura is now free from Uchiha Obito's control, which is several years earlier than in the original work. We meet again, Naruto. Hello Naruto-kun. Two figures walked over. Uzumaki Naruto raised his head and found that the people coming over were Zabuza and Haku. I am responsible for serving as the bodyguard of Lord Terumime this time. Shiro is a ninja who is here to take the Chunin exam. Zabuza explained. Naruto-kun, please give me some advice. Shiro bowed respectfully to Uzumaki Naruto. He was very grateful to Uzumaki Naruto. If it weren't for Naruto, he would still be living in hiding with Zabuza. Then you have to cherish each other from now on. I mean, cherish the bond we have with each other. Uzumaki Naruto smiled at Zabuza and Haku. In the original work, the story of Zabuza and Haku is full of tragedy. Zabuza always regarded Shiro as a tool that could be used, and it was not until the end that he understood his own intentions. Pity, it's already too late. When watching anime in his previous life, Naruto felt very sad. Now, the two of them survived for their own reasons. It's also something to be happy about. Hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, Haku secretly glanced at Zabuza, and a red cloud appeared on his face. Zabuza couldn't see any expression on his face. Alright, Zabuza and Haku, you can go back to the hotel after packing up your room. Terumime spoke softly. Tonight, I'm going to have dinner with brother Naruto. Yes. After Zabuza and Shiro left, Terumime blinked at Uzumaki Naruto and turned back to the rented room. That sounds reasonable. Uzumaki Naruto looked at Terumime's back thoughtfully. Hello. What are you thinking about? Someone suddenly tapped him on the shoulder. Uzumaki Naruto turned around and found Yuhi Kurinai looking at him curiously. Sister Hong? You moved here too? That's right. Hearing Uzumaki Naruto's question, Yuhi Kurinai nodded. No, why did you move here? Uzumaki Naruto wondered. Even if Tsunade, Shizune, and Terumime moved here, although it's a bit strange, at least they all have very reasonable reasons. Why did you move here without living in your own good house? Who knows? After hearing what he said, Yuhi Hong was immediately jealous of Gua Hong. Snort. You have no conscience. After sending me home last time, he never came to see me again. Do you know how difficult it is for me every day? Scumbag. Hearing Yuhi Kurinai's words, Uzumaki Naruto was stunned. Huh? Is there any mistake? This? So emotional? Originally, Uzumaki Naruto thought that the last time Yuhi Hong kissed him, it was just to reward him for helping her get rid of Sarutobi Asuma. Did not expect, the other party actually really likes me? Really, my charm is still too great. How? Aren't you willing for me to move here? Yuhi Kurinai stared at Uzumaki Naruto nervously with her big watery eyes. Of course I do. Come to my house for dinner tonight. Uzumaki Naruto pulled Yuhi Kurinai's catkin and said softly. There are too many lice and they are not itchy. Anyway, these people in the harem will meet sooner or later. Then I'll go clean it up first. Hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, Yuhi Hong secretly breathed a sigh of relief. She really didn't expect that. There are so many women moving here today. If I had known, she would have moved a few days later. Snort. It's all because the rewards in the diary are too tempting. But, fortunately, she was smart and didn't show any abnormality in front of Naruto. Hey, Uzumaki Naruto. Another hoarse voice sounded, and Gaara slowly walked up to Uzumaki Naruto. Gaara? What are you doing here? Uzumaki Naruto asked confused. Although he beat up Gaara last time, looking at Gaara's appearance, it didn't seem like he was looking for trouble. I just came to tell you that I will stay here during the Chunin exam. Your last punch wasn't fast enough, let alone hard enough. I hope you will be stronger next time. That's all I have to say. Come and make an appointment with me anytime you have time. Gaara was not very good at communicating with others, so he turned around and left after talking to himself. Seeing his leaving figure, Naruto was stunned. Will I make an appointment with you when I have time? What kind of words are you talking about? No, there's something weird about this. Uzumaki Naruto frowned. Although each of these guys had very good reasons, he always felt that something was wrong. Forget about the previous ones. But people like Kuratsuchi and Samui. Although it was the first time to see these two people, Uzumaki Naruto recognized each other at a glance. Even if his appearance caused a butterfly effect, with his current range of activities, it shouldn't affect Awagakure and Cloud Shinobi Village, right? Under normal circumstances, these two people must stay at Yi Amu's hotel, right? Move here, it makes absolutely no sense. No, there must be something wrong somewhere. Uzumaki Naruto frowned, confused. Could it be, it's a diary, Ben's reason? As long as the person you write in the diary can know about the diary in some way? Wrong, if that happened, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Shimura Danzo, and the others should have been here long ago. After all, the first diary, he exposed a lot of things. Since the two old guys didn't react at all, it meant that the other party didn't know about their affairs. Only women can detect what they write in their diaries? It doesn't seem right either. If it is like this, why did the eccentric Gaara move here? Do you still allow yourself to date him when you have time? Forget it, let's keep observing. Finally, Uzumaki Naruto sighed. Perhaps, just like in other novels, those beauties, supporting characters, etc. will always be involuntarily attracted to the child of destiny. So, the reason for all this, maybe it's just because he traveled through time and became a child of fate. A long while, Uzumaki Naruto shook his head, leaving all those messy thoughts behind. Since the cause is uncertain now, just pay more attention in the future. Back home, Uzumaki Naruto looked at Yuzuki Yuyen, who was sitting on the sofa eating snacks, with a bad smile on his face. Subsequently, he rushed directly towards Yuyu Shien. Sister Shien, I also want to eat. Uzumaki Naruto raised his hand and grabbed it. NJE. It's not surprising if your hand accidentally touches a restricted area, right? 0. When your hand touches something, it's reasonable to grab it a few times reflexively, right? So, this is the explanation you gave me? You wait here for a while, I'll go to the kitchen to get a knife and cut some fruit for you. Maui Shien said coldly. Sister Shien, I advise you not to do this. Otherwise I wouldn't let you go as easily as I did this morning. Uzumaki Naruto's lazy voice sounded. Maui Shien was stunned. That seems to be the case. She ignored a very important fact. I can't defeat this big pervert. Sister Shien, there will be many people coming to our house for dinner tonight, please go out and buy more food. No. Maui Shien bit her lip and left. Seeing her angry look, Uzumaki Naruto smiled proudly. If a man doesn't bully his wife, is there any fun in life? Oh hello, there is always something wrong in this ninja world. Looking at the updated content in the diary, the girls' hearts immediately rose to their throats. Damn, that guy Naruto wouldn't have noticed anything, right? Anyway, so many people moved into Naruto's apartment today. It's strange that Naruto couldn't notice anything unusual. Ruined, if the diary disappears, so what will they do next? Tsunade, Terumi-mei, Shizune, Yuhi Hong. My wives all moved near my house at the same time. Although they all have their own reasons, they are still a little strange. But what's strange? I haven't figured it out yet. But one thing is certain, the plot of the original work has completely collapsed. Crying.jpg. This is the Chunin exam, and the plot collapsed. Woo, the future I knew is gone forever. Obviously after I traveled through time, I deliberately kept a low profile. I didn't expect that things would develop like this. This is really different from what I thought. Looking at what Uzumaki Naruto wrote, the girls breathed a sigh of relief. It's fine if it's not discovered. Big deal. It will be good if they pay more attention in the future. Today's scene, it was completely beyond their expectations. Moreover, who allowed you to give us rewards? We have no control over how much we send. But things are already like this, so there is no need to worry about it anymore. Anyway, with my current strength, there should be very few people in the ninja world who can pose a threat to me. Moreover, I will become stronger and stronger in the future. Compared with these, what I care most about is that I must get all the right wives. Pooh. Just think about these things. But, things should be over for today. While the girls were relaxing, a sneer appeared on Uzumaki Naruto's face. He will continue to write what is in the diary. After all, it's about his reward. And, in the previous diary content, he has already written everything that should be written and shouldn't be written. In this case, then you don't have to worry about these things anymore. Of course, what is the reason for the collapse of the ninja world plot? He will definitely find out. As for how to check? Uzumaki Naruto already had an idea in his mind. Episode 59, Tempting Delicacies, Sleeping Together. Night. Maui Shien came back with a lot of food, almost filling the entire refrigerator. Although Naruto didn't say how many people there would be at night, but, judging from the contents of the diary and the number of women who moved in today, it will definitely be no less. But, just when Yuzuki Yugon was about to make dinner, Uzumaki Naruto walked into the kitchen. Naruto, not now, everyone is coming later. Let's talk after I take a shower tonight, okay? Seeing Uzumaki Naruto walking behind her, Chi Shien was startled. Naruto, the big pervert, are you going to take advantage of her again now? Then there is no time to prepare dinner. And, if other women saw her taking advantage of her, wouldn't she be immediately killed? When those guys suspect that she is living with Naruto just to seduce him, won't her reputation be ruined? So, Wozuki Shien could only plead first, trying to stabilize Naruto. Sister Shien, what night will we talk again? Uzumaki Naruto asked somewhat confused. You. Bad guy. Yuzuki Shien felt that Uzumaki Naruto was pretending to be stupid, but she couldn't beat Uzumaki Naruto, so she could only pout her mouth. Here, after you touch it, hurry out. After Yuzuki Shien finished speaking, he took the initiative to send the two pets to Uzumaki Naruto's hands. After a while, Yuzuki Yugon pushed Uzumaki Naruto away in shame. Are you satisfied now? No. Sister Shien, I just came in to tell you that I will cook tonight's dinner. There's no other meaning. Looking at Yuzuki Shien, who was staring at him, Uzumaki Naruto hurriedly opened his mouth to explain. Although it does feel good in the hand. But, this time he was really wronged. He just wanted to show off his cooking skills to the girls. The food in the threefold ninja world is too scarce. Today he would open the eyes of his future wives. Let them taste the delicacies from China. I've been bullied by you like this, and you're still teasing me. Yuzuki Shien didn't think Uzumaki Naruto could cook. She thought Naruto was still teasing her, so her eyes were wet. Seeing Yuzuki Shien running out of the kitchen, Uzumaki Naruto was stunned. Good guy, made Shien's wife cry again. Uzumaki Naruto didn't chase him out. Once he finished cooking, everything would be revealed. Let me think about what to do. Pork slices, pot-roasted pork, braised pork with pickled vegetables, braised pork elbow, vegetarian 3 delicacies, white-chopped chicken. One of Uzumaki Naruto's hobbies before traveling through time was studying various cuisines, and even took the exam for a senior chef certificate. Although he has not yet reached the level of a technician or a senior technician, it is enough for the ninja world. Picking up the kitchen knife, Uzumaki Naruto began to handle various ingredients skillfully. Boom. 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 As the sound of knives cutting on the cutting board continued to sound, an alluring aroma gradually spread in the room. It smells so good, Maui Shien, who was lying on the bed, suddenly raised her head. What is the taste? Why does it smell so tempting? Wozuki Shien suppressed her curiosity and walked out of the room, and then she saw Uzumaki Naruto, who was busy in the kitchen. Naruto, are you really cooking? Maui Shien asked in disbelief. If not? Uzumaki Naruto replied without raising his head. Compared with the traditional food of the ninja world, although Chinese food is extremely delicious, it is also relatively troublesome to make. In order to be able to prepare meals in time for dinner, Uzumaki Naruto even used the shadow clone technique. 4 or 5 clones were separated to work together with him. Seeing the scene in the kitchen, a blush appeared on Yu Xian's face. What Naruto said turned out to be true. "Bibi. What did you just do?" Yuzuki Yuyan felt hot all over when he thought that he had just taken the initiative to put the pet bear in Uzumaki Naruto's hand. Naruto really didn't have that thought. Taishi is dead. It's all this big pervert's fault, who makes him so immoral. Right, don't blame me, blame him. Snort. Wozuki Shien snorted at Naruto and left angrily. Uzumaki Naruto was confused. What's the situation? Why are you angry again? Dinner is finally ready. Fortunately, I am in good physical condition, otherwise I would be exhausted cooking such a large table of dishes. Let wives open their eyes today and let them taste the delicacies from otherworld. See here, all the girls opened their mouths in surprise. Tonight's dinner, did Uzumaki Naruto do it himself? And, were the delicacies from his world real or fake? For a time, all the girls couldn't help but look forward to it. After all, who doesn't want to try what food from another world tastes like? Inside the Yamanaka family's flower shop, Yamanaka Ino suddenly felt that the food in her hands no longer tasted good. Ino, what's wrong? Yamanaka asked with some confusion as he looked at Ino, who suddenly lost her appetite. Father, can I move out? Yamanaka Ino asked, putting down the bowl in her hand. Move out? Why are you moving out? Yamanaka Hai felt a sense of crisis in his heart. There's no reason, I just want to move out and live there for a while. No. Yamanaka always refused. What a joke, I want to move out at such a young age, how can he feel relieved? Snort. Old antique. Seeing that her idea was rejected, Yamanaka Ino yelled and ran out directly. She was going to Naruto's house to eat. Strangeness. What happened to this girl today? Yamanaka Hai is a little confused. It was obviously fine when I was eating. You're such an idiot. Ino must have wanted to move near Naruto just now. Yamanaka Reino chuckled. Huh? Why? Yamanaka Hai still doesn't understand. Ino doesn't even learn how to arrange flowers anymore. She studies how to make delicious food every day and often makes lunches to take out. I asked Choji and Shikamaru a long time ago. They seem to like Naruto very much when sleeping on the quilt. Your daughter, that heart is no longer with you. Yamanaka Reino explained with a smile. After hearing his wife's words, Yamanaka lost his appetite. Heartache. Same as Yamanaka Ino. Haruno Sakura and Hyuga Hinata also found an excuse and ran out. The 3 of them walked towards Naruto's house together. The contents of the diary are still being updated. With so many wives coming to the house together, it's hard not to take advantage of it. In today's soup, I, Your Excellency, have recovered from the drug. After they drink it, I can do whatever I want. After writing the diary, Uzumaki Naruto put the diary away. He deliberately wrote down the drug addiction in his diary. If Tsunade and the others refuse to drink the drugged soup tonight, there must be something wrong with the diary. If they drink, that's not a loss. Cool game. Night. The girls arrived as promised. Tsunade, Shizune, Terumi Mei, Yuhi Hong, Wazuki Yugao. There are nearly 10 people. As soon as you enter the door, an alluring fragrance immediately hit my nose. It smells so good, just smelling it makes my stomach growl. Yes, the smell of food is so strong. I thought only the barbecue was particularly fragrant. After the girls came in, they all followed the smell and came to the dining table. On the table, already filled with a variety of meals. Now, these meals are still steaming, and just looking at them will whet your appetite. Everyone is here? Watching Tsunade and others take their seats, Uzumaki Naruto walked out of the kitchen with a smile. Naruto, you cooked all these dishes by yourself? Tsunade asked in disbelief. Of course. I have worked hard to treat you to dinner today. Uzumaki Naruto smiled. Making so many delicacies by himself gives him a great sense of accomplishment. Especially when I saw the eager expressions on Tsunade and the others. Not to mention how happy I am. There are a lot of people today, so I'll introduce it to you first. This is Tsunade, the former Konoha Sannin and now my sensei. This is Terumi Mei, Kirigakure's elite jonin, who was in the Land of Waves. Uzumaki Naruto introduced everyone. Everyone nodded to each other. To be honest, if it weren't for Naruto, based on their respective identities, I am afraid they will never be able to have a meal together in their lifetime. You guys chat first, I have some soup. After Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, he turned and walked into the kitchen. Subsequently, at Tsunade's signal, Shizune quietly took out the diary and silently wrote a line on it. Everyone please add friends first. Seeing the contents of Shizune's diary, the girls nodded in unison. Soon, everyone added friends, then Yuhi Hong pulled them all into the chat group they had established long ago. Yuhi Kurinai, everyone can chat here without worrying about being discovered by Naruto. Terumi Mei, it turns out that the diary has this function, it's really amazing. Maui Shien, why did you all move here? The secret was almost exposed. Yuhi Kurinai, it's not because of you that you secretly came to live with Naruto, because you are cunning. Yuzuki Yuyen, the rewards obtained by Tsunade-senpai are too tempting, so don't tell anyone else. Haruno Sakura, now that everyone has added friends, please tell the group in advance what you want to do in the future to avoid situations like today happening again in the future. Girls, agreed. Tsunade, okay, let's not discuss this matter for now. That bastard Naruto must have drugged the soup. What are you going to do? Terumi Mei, you have to pretend not to know. Now that Naruto has suspicions, we must not let him get the hang of it. Yamanaka Ino, that's right. Maybe this is a trap set by Naruto on purpose. See, Yamanaka Ino sent the message, and all the girls nodded. Makes sense. Although Naruto is a bit perverted, his mind is still very flexible. If this was a trap set by Naruto and they didn't drink, then the diary matter would definitely be exposed. Everyone discussed a few more words. In the end, it was Tsunade who had the final say. Drink. Anyway, it is most important that the existence of a copy of the diary must not be exposed. Regarding this decision, the rest of the people had no objections either. Why aren't you talking? Eat. Uzumaki Naruto looked at Tsunade and the others who were staring at each other and put the last soup stock on the table. So far, all the food is ready. Then let's get started. The girls picked up their chopsticks and put their hands together. Subsequently, then he started eating. Anyway, the decision has been made, so we can no longer look forward and backward. And, facing these new and delicious foods on the table, they have already been impatient to wait. Tsunade picked up the chopsticks, took a piece of meat from the plate in front of him and put it in his mouth. The next second, Tsunade's eyes widened suddenly. It's delicious. Naruto, what kind of dish is this? Because he ate so quickly, Tsunade almost bit his tongue. Golden color, sweet and sour taste. It is obviously a dish, but it has a very rich taste. It's simply not too amazing. This is called gobera. Pork in pot? After hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, all the girls couldn't help but repeat them. What a strange name. What about this dish? Donka meat. After hearing Uzumaki Naruto's answer, Terumi Mei picked up the onyx-like piece of meat in front of her and put it into her mouth. Subsequently, Terumi Mei had an expression of disbelief on her face. It's crispy, soft and glutinous, melts in your mouth, and has a fat but not greasy texture that will make you unforgettable after just one bite. Terumi Mei never thought about it, the food can actually be made so delicious. Seeing the exaggerated expressions of Tsunade and Terumi Mei, little Sakura, Hinata, and Kurinai Yuhi couldn't help themselves. They all picked up the food in front of them and took a bite. The next second, excitement flashed in everyone's eyes. Tasty. Too delicious. Is this food from Otherworld? Soon, there was no sound in the room anymore, all the girls were busy cooking, there was no time to speak. They are accustomed to eating sushi and miso soup, and they simply cannot resist the temptation of Chinese food. Gulu gulu gulu. It wasn't until they finished drinking the soup in their hands that the girls touched their stomachs with some unfinished thoughts. Not only are these dishes delicious, they are also great for meals. What they ate tonight was almost as much as what they ate the previous day. Especially 2.3 is Hyuga Hinata. She ate more than 20 bowls of rice by herself. It's so delicious. I've never eaten anything so delicious. Yeah, I used to think that barbecue was the most delicious food in the world, but I didn't expect that there is food that's better than barbecue. It would be great if I could eat delicious food like this every day. All the girls were leaning on their chairs, with lazy expressions on their faces. Today's meal, it was such a joy to eat. Only, not long after eating, the girls felt like they had no strength in their bodies, and they couldn't open their eyes. They know, the drug must have taken effect. However, the girls did not resist, but fell asleep naturally. Soon, Tsunade and the others were all unconscious. Seeing this scene, Uzumaki Naruto scratched his head. Could it be? Did you really guess wrong? But Naruto didn't dwell on it for too long and just straightened up the living room. He took out several thick quilts from the room and spread them on the floor. Don't miss such a good opportunity. Today, let's sleep together under a big quilt. Of course, Sakura, Ino, and Hinata were still young, so Uzumaki Naruto created several shadow clone and sent them back. Otherwise, Yamanaka Hayashi, Hyuga Hayashi, and others brought people to kill him, so he wouldn't be able to sleep well tonight. After caringly changing the remaining people into pajamas, Uzumaki Naruto wiped the bleeding nose. Then he turned off the light and slept in the middle. This night, Uzumaki Naruto had a dream. In dreams, he was chased around by countless pet bears. Each pet bear exudes a unique scent. Uzumaki Naruto fights to the death. In the end, he was pinned down by the pet bear. Episode 60. The exam has already begun, those rules hidden behind it. It was early the next morning. Uzumaki Naruto got up early with a pair of panda eyes. No way, because he took the initiative last night and held a pajama party. Lead 2. When the wives woke up tonight, they all went into berserk mode. Fortunately, he has a perfect sage body, otherwise, I really can't bear it. Shien, is breakfast ready? Uzumaki Naruto got dressed and walked into the kitchen. Pfft. Seeing Uzumaki Naruto's appearance, Yuzuki Yugao couldn't help laughing. Dare you laugh? Don't think I don't know, you secretly kicked my ass from behind. Snort. Who told you to be so bad yesterday and bully us all? Let's see if you dare to do it again. Maui Shien raised her head and snorted softly. She had been bullied so many times by Uzumaki Naruto, and finally found a chance to vent her anger. But she just finished speaking. Snapped. With a crisp sound, Yu Shien's face immediately turned red. She covered her back tightly with both hands and glared at Uzumaki Naruto with a smirk on her face. Remember to help me with this kind of thing in the future, otherwise you will have to bear the anger yourself when everyone else is gone. Uzumaki Naruto smiled, took the food and walked out of the room. Don't say, it's quite flexible. I am leaving. Uzumaki Naruto finished his meal, turned around and left the room. Today is the day when Chunin's exam starts, and he can't reach it. Arriving at the gate of the ninja school, Uzumaki Naruto met Haruno Sakura and Uchiha Sasuke. Inside the ninja school, it was already crowded. This time, the Chunin exam was organized by Yi and various ninja villages. There are more ninja villages participating than in the original work. There are not only ninja villages such as Sunagakure, Oto Ninja Village, and Kusagakure Village. Even Cloud Shinobi Village, Kirigakure, and Awagakure are here. Candidates taking the exam, there were about 300 people. Naruto, let's go in too. Haruno Sakura saw that the time was almost up and suggested. Uchiha Sasuke also waited quietly for Naruto's decision. Although Class 7 did not choose a captain, but Uzumaki Naruto is no different than the captain. 12. Good. After hearing Haruno Sakura's suggestion, Uzumaki Naruto nodded and took the lead in walking towards the ninja school. Soon, several people came to the teaching building where the examination room was located. The first exam should be in classroom 403, follow me. Haruno Sakura said something and walked ahead to lead the way. Sudden, there was a noise and some complaints at the corner of the stairs. Several people looked at it. I found dozens of people gathered around the door of a classroom, pointing at a ninja. Hey, why are you stopping us? That's right, the exam is about to start, why don't you let us in? It's really despicable. Do you want to eliminate us in this way? Listening to everyone's discussion, Uchiha Sasuke and Spring Chicken raised their eyebrows. At the front and back doors of classroom 403, there were two arrogant-looking ninjas blocking the door. With the strength of you guys, what qualifications do you have to take the exam in the same examination room as us? I'm going to be eliminated anyway, so it's better to just get out of here. The ninja at the front door still looked arrogant when faced with accusations from dozens of people. It seemed that he didn't take the people in front of him seriously at all. Hateful. Stop being arrogant, what qualifications do you have to criticize us? No matter how strong you are, can you still be the opponent of so many of us? Someone in the crowd shouted. If you are not convinced, you can come and try. After hearing these words, 3 ninjas with the forehead protectors from Kusanagi village came out of the crowd. They seemed to be a small team. After the 3 grass ninjas looked at each other, they simultaneously launched attacks on the ninja who was blocking the way. But before anyone could see clearly what happened, the 3 grass ninjas flew out and fell hard to the ground. So strong. Why did this guy strike so fast? He didn't see it clearly at all. Are we really going to be eliminated like this today? I'm so unwilling. Seeing the 3 grass ninjas being dealt with so easily, the onlookers seemed to be frightened. No one dared to provoke anymore. This guy is so angry. Leave it to me. Uchiha Sasuke snorted in displeasure. The most intolerable thing in his life, just someone pretending to be a show-off in front of him. Thinking of this, Uchiha Sasuke was about to step forward and teach the arrogant ninja a lesson. Etc. Uchiha Sasuke's shoulders were pulled by Uzumaki Naruto. What's wrong? Do you think I will lose? Uchiha Sasuke looked at Uzumaki Naruto a little angry. He is the strong man who opened 2 Tomo Sharingan. Did Naruto underestimate him too much? Open your Sharingan clearly, idiot. Uzumaki Naruto snorted. Hearing his words, Uchiha Sasuke was stunned for a moment. Idiot? Isn't this what he often said to Naruto before? Why is it the other way around now? Uchiha Sasuke opened 2 Tomo Sharingan, and the next second, the scene in front of him changed. The sign at the door of the classroom that originally said 403 turned into 303. Illusion? Uchiha Sasuke was stunned. Naruto had discovered it already? It's just a little trick. When we came up just now, we only went up 3 flights of stairs. Damn it. After hearing Uzumaki Naruto's explanation, Uchiha Sasuke clenched his fists unwillingly. Being compared again. It's such a simple thing, why didn't I notice it? That Naruto guy, when did you become so sharp? Okay, let's go. Uzumaki Naruto put his hands in his pockets and turned around to leave. Naruto, don't we tell them? Haruno Sakura's expression was hesitant. Now the exam is about to start. If you don't tell them, then they may lose their qualifications for the exam. No need. The person responsible for blocking the door is an elite nin. This is also a small test set up in the village. If you can't even detect this abnormality, then these people should be eliminated. Uzumaki Naruto said as he continued walking up. In other words, the exam has already started the moment you step into the ninja school. After hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, he saw a look of surprise on his face. Although she had noticed something unusual just now, she did not expect what Naruto said. To be able to see things so thoroughly, as expected of Naruto-kun. Too strong. Thinking of this, Haruno Sakura didn't say anything more, but quickly ran to Uzumaki Naruto's side with a smile. Uchiha Sasuke felt his face was burning. If Naruto hadn't reminded him just now, he wouldn't have noticed anything unusual. In other words, if it weren't for Naruto, it's very possible that he didn't even take the exam and will be eliminated. This makes Uchiha Sasuke, who has always been extremely proud, feel very depressed. Why does it feel like he is going to be mentally retarded in front of Naruto? Come to the classroom. It was already full of people, and there was a lot of noise everywhere. In the corner next to it, there were also some people standing and whispering to each other, not knowing what they were talking about. Naruto, it seems we are late. There's no room left. Seeing the scene in the classroom, Haruno Sakura looked helpless. Subsequently, I was going to find a place where no one was around to stand. Sakura-chan, wait a minute. Follow me. After Uzumaki Naruto finished speaking, he brought Uchiha Sasuke and Haruno Sakura to a ninja team from Iwagakure. Hey, you guys go away and give up your seats. Uzumaki Naruto looked at the 3 ninjas in Iwagakure and said calmly. Why? You little brat, do you want to die? A tall and muscular Iwagakure ninja stood up and looked down at Uzumaki Naruto. The muscles all over his body bulged high and looked full of strength. The man's voice is very high. Moment, the originally noisy classroom became quiet. Most people looked like they were watching a show and focused their attention on Uzumaki Naruto and the others. Seeing that Iwagakure's ninja had no intention of giving up his position, Uzumaki Naruto shook his head helplessly. The next second, in the horrified eyes of everyone, the strong man from Iwagakure was grabbed by the arm by Uzumaki Naruto and was thrown away violently. Boom! With a loud noise, the strong man immediately lost consciousness and passed out. Holy shit, so fierce? I didn't see clearly what happened just now. No. This guy is so arrogant, isn't he afraid of being kicked out of the examination room by the examiner? Everyone in the classroom was shocked when they saw Uzumaki Naruto taking action even if he disagreed. Isn't this too arrogant? Where are you two? Uzumaki Naruto looked at the remaining 2 rock shinobi, his expression still very calm. You wait. I'm going to file a complaint against you. After the 2 rock shinobi said harsh words, they left their seats and walked out of the classroom with the unconscious rock shinobi. Do it. Uzumaki Naruto waved to Haruno Sakura and Uchiha Sasuke, and sat on his own seat. Naruto, isn't this bad? If they file a complaint against us now, we won't be disqualified, right? Haruno Sakura asked worriedly. That is. Naruto, you are too impulsive. Uchiha Sasuke was also a little angry. This guy, do you do things without considering the consequences? If they are disqualified from the exam, they will have to wait another year if they want to become Chunin. Snort. You two just watch quietly. You'll understand later. Uzumaki Naruto didn't explain too much, but lay down on the table and fell asleep. There was a slumber party last night and he didn't sleep well all night. After hearing Uzumaki Naruto's words, Uchiha Sasuke and Haruno Sakura looked at each other, their expressions full of confusion. Later, do you understand? What's the meaning? Not just the two of them, everyone else in the classroom also started whispering to each other, and some had thoughtful expressions on their faces. Soon, another team without a seat started competing for seats from other teams. Unlike Uzumaki Naruto, they picked a team that looked weak. After a moderately fierce battle, the team successfully secured their position. This time, it's like triggering a chain reaction, many standing teams began to grab seats. I see. Seeing the chaotic scene in the classroom, Uchiha Sasuke suddenly exclaimed. Erjuzi, what do you understand? Haruno Sakura asked, looking at Uchiha Sasuke. She is still confused. Don't call me Erju. Uchiha Sasuke muttered unhappily, but still explained it to Haruno Sakura. Do you remember what Naruto said before? The Chunin exam has actually started a long time ago. The illusion at the stairwell is a test, and snatching seats is also a test. The more Uchiha Sasuke spoke, the clearer his eyes became. The examiner in charge of this Chunin exam could not have known that there were not enough seats in the exam room when making arrangements. But even so, the examiner still made such an arrangement. If I guessed 817 correctly, the team that doesn't grab a seat when the exam starts will most likely be eliminated directly. Uchiha Sasuke said solemnly. Huh? Haruno Sakura covered her mouth in disbelief. Is that so? Is this the test for promotion to Chunin? There are hidden rules everywhere, and you will be eliminated if you are not careful. Haruno Sakura's eyes gradually became serious. Although there are some teams like them who have already guessed the answer. But there are also many teams who are unaware of this. They may have stood aside from the beginning and watched everything that happened in the classroom. Or after being robbed of their position, they stood aside angrily, preparing to file a complaint against the examiner when they saw him. Foreseeable, these teams will definitely be eliminated later. ISV. Amazing. Haruno Sakura looked at Uzumaki Naruto, who was sleeping soundly beside her, her eyes full of admiration. In the same team as Naruto, it's really surprisingly reassuring. At this time, a big man with scars on his face and wearing a windbreaker walked in outside the door. Quiet, everyone. The big man shouted loudly, and the originally messy classroom immediately fell silent. I am the examiner in charge of this exam, Marino Ahiki. The exam will start soon. Everyone without a seat has been eliminated, take action. There is no nonsense about Marino Ahiki, and he acts vigorously and resolutely. Why? The lack of seats is a problem caused by your Konoha arrangements. Why do you want us to go out? That's right, we've traveled so long to get here, and you just said we're going to be eliminated? After hearing Marino Ahiki's words, those who had no seats complained loudly. I'll give you 30 seconds. When the time is up, the team that has not left the classroom will be permanently disqualified from taking the Chunin exam. Facing the condemnation from everyone, Morino Hiki spoke coldly. Hearing his words, the ninjas who were originally excited about being suddenly eliminated opened their eyes in fear. Permanently disqualified from taking the Chunin exam? What a joke. It's been 10 seconds. Marino Ahiki stared at the watch on her wrist and said coldly. Looking at the other parties in different eyes, those ninjas who were not sitting in their seats went out anyway. The stalemate continues. If you are deprived of the right to take the Chunin exam, you will lose more than you gain. It is as expected. Uchiha Sasuke glanced at Uzumaki Naruto, his eyes filled with frustration. This guy, did you analyze everything from the first moment you entered the classroom? What a sharp mind it takes to do this. Could it be that this guy was always pretending to be crazy and stupid when he was in ninja school?